All right, let's dive in. Today, we are breaking down a really powerful mental model that could completely change how you think about your career and your own worth. It's a framework called the value game.
So, let's start with a big one, a question you've probably asked yourself a million times. We're always told, be loyal, put in the years. But does that strategy actually work in the modern world? Is it the best way to get ahead? The first thing you've got to understand is the game society usually tells you to play. We'll call it the loyalty game. And, well, as you're about to see, the rules for that game might just be rigged against you.
Yeah, this quote just cuts right to the chase, doesn't it? It's a harsh truth, but while you might be operating on loyalty, the system you're in, it might not be playing by those same rules. And realizing that is absolutely crucial.
Because at the end of the day, this is the cold, hard logic of business. Society might want you to just fit in, to be a yes man. But a company? It sees you as a calculation. You're an input, your salary, your cost, and you're an output, the results you deliver.
And this right here, this is the hidden rule of the loyalty game. It's totally conditional. As soon as those numbers don't balance out in the company's favor, a correction gets made. And that correction, well, it usually means your loyalty didn't matter. The game's just not set up for the individual to win.
Okay, so if that old game is totally broken, what do? Well, this is where we flip the script completely. We need a new playbook, one that's way more powerful.
And here it is. This one sentence is the whole game changer. It's about shifting your entire focus from being a passive employee to an active creator. Forget just fitting in. It's all about what you create.
So let's put these two side by side. It makes it super clear. Over on the left, the loyalty game is all about fitting in, saying yes, and let's be honest, being pretty replaceable. But on the right, the value game, that's about creating real assets, delivering massive returns, and making yourself indispensable. One is about surviving. The other is about thriving.
All right, so how do you actually play this value game? What does it look like in practice? Well, it all kicks off with a simple but pretty radical idea.
It all boils down to this one number, your magic number, 10x. This is the multiplier that should be guiding everything you do. The goal isn't just to be good enough, it's to provide an insane amount of value.
The formula is actually super simple. Think of it like this. For every $1 of cost you represent, that's your salary, benefits, the whole package, your goal is to generate $10 of value back to the organization.
Let's put some real numbers on this so it makes sense. Say your salary is $50,000. With this mindset, you're not just aiming to do $50,000 worth of work. No way. Your target, your goal is to create $500,000 in value. That, right there, is how you become a critical asset, not just another expense.
And you gotta understand, this huge 10x margin, that's not just for the company. That's your power. That's what gives you real security. It's what opens doors to new opportunities. It gives you incredible negotiation power. And ultimately, it's what gives you freedom.
Okay, so you're out there creating all this incredible value. Great. But who's keeping score? How does anyone even know? How is that value actually measured in the real world? Seriously, just think about it for a second. When it really comes down to it, who makes that call? Do you just get to decide for yourself, yep, I'm a good employee?
The answer might surprise you. It's not you. I mean, your own opinion matters to you, of course, but it's not the one that counts on the scoreboard of the value game.
Okay, let's try another one. Who decides if you're a good leader? Is it you? Do you just get to say, I'm a great leader?
Right. It's the people you're leading. It's always the other person in the transaction. Your boss, your team, your clients, they are the ones who decide your value.
See, you don't get to just declare your own value. Other people do, and they do it based on their experience with you. That is your reputation, the story that people tell about you when you're not even in the room. That's your real scorecard.
And once you get that, it brings us to the final piece of the puzzle, the big picture. This isn't about short-term wins. It's about playing the long game, building a reputation and a legacy that actually lasts.
You really have two ways you can go here, two paths you can take. You can play the game to the bottom, where your words are always bigger than your actions. All talk. Or you can play the game to the top, where your actions do all the talking for you.
The ultimate goal here is to create results that are just undeniable, so good that you don't even have to talk about them. Your impact speaks for itself, and other people start telling your story for you. That's when you know you're winning.
And look, this is so much bigger than just your next job or your next paycheck. This is about legacy. The knowledge you have, it dies with you if you don't build something with it. It's about thinking generationally, not just transactionally. Your impact is what's left when you're gone.
So, at the end of the day, it all comes down to this one question. Every single day, your actions are writing a story about the value you create. So, which game are you playing? The loyalty game or the value game? The story that gets told, that's entirely up to you.